Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, good. All right, so living libraries. That is what we're going to talk to you about this evening. In Australia's history, each wave of immigration brings about unsettled periods. Not long ago, the attacks carried out by Apex, a youth gang in Dandenong, gave rise to criticism of multiculturalism and launched a fresh wave of racial contempt. How do you feel when you read the news of 3 young girls being racially attacked while playing in a park in Geelong? Gippsland extends from Melbourne's southeastern suburbs to the New South Wales border. Latrobe City is one of Gippsland's 6 shires. The United Muslim Sisters of Latrobe Valley is a not-for-profit organisation run by Muslim women. We address the needs of the community, and this year we are focusing on the youth. We would like to create a nurturing environment for all children to grow up in so they can develop confident personalities. Youth in Gippsland feel that sometimes attitudes and perceptions of young people, particularly from refugee and migrant backgrounds, fail to reflect reality, and some have experienced racism. Nabiha will give us some examples of what some of them have said.
No one knows anything about our culture or where we come from. They think my life is just what it looks like in those poor people ads on TV, a young person with an African background said. I wear the headscarf. After the Paris attacks, I noticed some mothers pulling their young daughters away from me. It hurt to see that kind of hatred towards me. During the school debate, a kid in my class said he knew how to solve the Muslim problem. Just pour pig's blood on them. That will get rid of them. I've been called a terrorist a few times.
So, at school, children should feel safe and included, regardless of their gender, ethnicity, or ability. Young people are bombarded with discriminatory imagery and narratives on a regular basis. It's on their TV screens, on social media news feeds, and sometimes even in their families. These attitudes and ideas are then directed at their classmates, and children who are racially vilified become isolated in their school community. Our children need to hear the other side of the story. So where does living libraries fit into the solution? And how can it overcome isolation? We all have a story to share. Imagine that you were a talking book and that you could share your story with a number of readers who are eager to engage with you and ask you questions about your life. That is what living libraries do. They bring stories and people's lives to life. The United Muslim Sisters and the Centre for Multicultural Youth have hosted 2 living library events for adults, which we called Understanding Journeys. Books had 4 to 5 readers each in a single reading session. They told their story for about 20 minutes, and the readers were then able to ask the books questions. Maria, who attended an event in March this year, described the evening as awe-inspiring. It was a great melting pot of women from such a diverse culture, from diverse cultures, with unique experiences, and yet at the end of the day we're all the same. I have not been able to stop talking about the experience, and this is the impact that we would like to have, not just on adults, but also on the younger generation. Beaconsfield Primary School's principal said, for those children who feel different and isolated, the Living Libraries project can validate their sense of belonging to the school community. We will partner with the Centre for Multicultural Youth, who have done a project where they have taken a group of young people into schools across Gippsland as a way of building social cohesion. With $15,000, we can run 2 training sessions, 2 reading sessions, and create a video on what we did and how we did it. We will train 9 youth advisors to be books, with Trafalgar High School students as their readers. The first generation of books will mentor and inspire the readers to become books themselves. We will then train the students to be books and run a second living library program with their peers attending as readers. We want to make this program sustainable, and part of the sustainability plan is putting the video of the process online to inspire other schools. This will expand our reach, promote our program, and create a revenue stream. The next step of the sustainability plan will be to make this project youth-led. To do this, we would like to as a youth facilitator, to liaise with schools and organize for the program to be taken to them. With a further $20,000, we can pay for her training in project management, as well as offer her part-time employment. In the Herald Sun, on the 18th of March, Helen Kapelos, the chairperson of the Victorian Multicultural Commission, suggested that the way forward is to connect with diverse cultures at grassroots levels. And this is exactly what this innovative concept of living libraries will do with your support. Thank you.